Hi everyone, this is Gavin from gavinsgadgets.com, and today I am going to review the HTC U11. So let's go check this baby out. Okay, so we're going to take a closer look at the HTC U11. I mean, the first things first, it's utterly gorgeous. So on the bottom here you have the USB-C connection, got mics, you've got the slot for the sound to come out of the speaker, you've got the 12 megapixel camera on the back which has optical image stabilization, flash, you've got more mics on the top as well, and it's a very clean looking device. You've also got here's where you put, this is a dual SIM, so it can have either 2 SIMs or 1 SIM and a micro SD card. This is the 6 gig RAM, 128 gig storage version, but it's utterly beautiful. You've got the front fingerprint sensor. I do like the fact that it's got quite a neat looking display, and I like the black front. It's really, really good. So going to take a look at some of the other bits and pieces you get. So first of all, this has all the HTC, this is the official launcher, which I really like, and it comes with that. It's got Android Pay. I've added in cuff apps like the BBC iPlayer, but you have Boost Plus. That's to make sure you're getting the best performance, and in that here you can optimize, manage app, clear junk, and that sort of stuff. So you've got everything there that you could possibly need. Usual calculator, calendar. I'll cover the camera off in a second. There's the usual Google stuff. I've added Dropbox. Facebook was included. I've added Feedly. I've added the HTC File Manager. I don't know why they don't put that in there. I've added Flickr. The usual mail and that sort of stuff's there. HTC Sense Companion, I'll cover that off. But basically, that's I've turned off the network connection. That sort of gives you ideas and suggestions of what, just trying to help you make your life better. Kind of like a Google Now, but with both of them together, it does work quite well. You do have Google Assistant on this phone as well, which is quite handy, which I do like. And you've got News Republic, which is like sort of news feed. Again, I'll show you that. They do have the UA app here as well. I've added a few apps, as you can see, but all in all, the keyboard's touch PAL. The VR stuff they've got is using their VivaPort stuff there, and it has Zoe video editor, which is pretty neat. So that it can take clips and you can make little sort of mini movies. And to give you an idea of that, I'll just show you what that looks like. So you can do these. As you can hear, it's got quite good audio as well. So that's the sort of Zoe stuff, and that's quite nice. I mean, if you look a bit more on the settings, some of the stuff that you have in the settings is all really neat. You've got Dual Network Manager, HTC Connect, and it can do audio to sort of an Apple TV as well. It's got NFC and all that sort of stuff. On the personalization, you can change the wallpaper. You can have different themes, different sounds, different color keyboards. So if you go to change theme, you've got just quite a lot. You do need to have a network connection, and you can change the different themes, and it's really customizable from that point of view, and I do like that. You've also got the fingerprint sensor on the front, very, very fast, really fast. I mean, nothing unusual. Edge Sense, so you've heard about this. So here you can actually launch different apps. So in a nutshell, what can happen is that I'm holding the phone, and if I squeeze, and you'll see it will launch the camera, and if I press it again, it'll actually take the photo, and it's just took the photo. Actually works quite well. So it enables you to have a decent grip on the phone when you're actually using the camera. You've got boom sounds, and you can change that. Well, you heard it worked really well in music mode. Got adaptive brightness. The auto brightness doesn't seem to be as effective, doesn't seem to work particularly well. Screen on time, you get about 4 hours. sometimes 3.5, but it's not too bad. Generally, as an average, it gets 4 hours screen on time. This is a Quad HD display, and this works really well. And it also has its HTC U11 with active noise cancellation, so it has a special pair of headphones. You don't have a headphone jack, you just have USB-C digital out, and by having digital out, it can have the headphones can have active noise cancellation, draw all the power from the device. And I've done a separate audio review which covers everything to do with the audio in a very complex way, so I suggest check that out as well if you want to. So that's all the settings. Quick toggles, pull those down a sec. Nothing to write home about, pretty straightforward. I mean, the thing about this phone is it's really nice to use. It's fast, it's nimble, no slowdowns, and I actually love the operation of this. So if we take a look at the camera in more depth, so it's just some of the options. This is a really nice camera app, so you can flip between photo and video. On the front selfie camera, you can have, it's got a beauty mode, and it has wide and ultra wide modes as well, panorama. So you've got selfie video, selfie panorama, lots of different options. And if you just tap or flick, you've got all the other options come up: photo, panorama, pro, video, hyperlapse, slow motion, selfie photo, selfie panorama, selfie video. Settings, so you've got touch auto exposure, grid, camera options here, gives you some more camera options, all really nice. I always save my photos to internal storage, even I've got a memory card in, which I have. I just find it's actually quicker. You've got different sizes of photos you can have. Timer, which is 2, 5 and 10 seconds. On the pro mode, if you go to pro mode, you can have here, you can jump between sort of macro, sports, night. So, and then you can obviously adjust the settings yourself. And if you do custom, here you can add 3 different custom settings for you as well, which is quite handy. Let's just put that back to macro a second. You've got white balance, you can control your white balance, you can control the exposure, you can control ISO, and that's everything up to 800 down to 100. Shutter speed goes from 8,000, 1/8,000 to 32 seconds, and obviously you've got infinity to macro. But again, the key thing about this, it's really intuitive. It's one of the nicest laid out apps, and I'm going to show you a camera showcase now, and I will do a separate video just for the photos only, without too much commentary on them. But the quality of the camera is really, really good, and let's check those photos out. Okay, so now just having a look at the front camera and seeing what the front quality is like. Okay, this is handheld and this is at 1080p. Be interesting to see what this looks like. So this is 10. Okay, so this is Quad HD, and there's a 6-minute countdown timer. So you can only do Quad HD for 6 minutes. Let's have a look. That's Quad HD. So hopefully you enjoyed the camera showcase. This is a beautiful phone, as you can see. I think it's one of the best phones out at the moment. Obviously we're coming into the last quarter of the year, but I still think this will hold out really well. It is a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Fortunately, HTC do give you this lovely case to put everything in, so you've got that there, so protects it. But there you go. This is Gavin from gavinsgadgets.com. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you've got any questions, I always answer them. So if you've got a question, do leave one below. Catch you guys soon. Bye for now.